ahead and write. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Paul Holo and La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who were well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Akim, the Aqua, that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, blessing and edifying. Brother Schwab and Juan back at you with another lesson. So, as the topic is named, all right, this video is for, those that are battling straight demons on a daily basis. And inspiration came from a video I seen, I think it was about like 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. And brothers were going in on it. The brother, the elder Manak Zakba from South Carolina had did a video, answering the question, speaking of those that carry, that have demons, they're battling, flesh versus spirit, right? And brothers points explaining, the reason, why it could be happening. One of the reasons was because, it might just be part of someone's lot for them to continually keep going through the same demons, person that was speaking about was having demons constantly in the nighttime. Felt like the demons were attacking this person sexually, or whatever. The point was that they were being attacked by demons, and they basically kept saying that they were using sage and constantly praying and fasting, and demons still kept coming back, basically. That's why brothers was basically saying that, it just might be part of that person's lot that they have to go through that constantly over and over again. And what I got out of the lessons, I thought about it on the opposite side also, because us being in the truth, we have to examine ourselves daily, man. Right? Sometimes we are being attacked by demons because at the end of the day, there's something that you're not doing right that the Lord is not approving of, because when you're doing the righteous thing, of course we're going to go through trials and tribulation, and Satan always going to come around and try to, tempt you, but that's only for a season, because that's the beauty of what the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that we're able to call upon that name the moment we're in trouble. If we're not in trouble, we're able to call upon that name when it's, we have to rebuke something evil that's around us and things like that. So if you're one of those that are constantly praying and fasting and you're still getting the same, results, you got to be careful with that, because it might be actually you. Maybe you're not praying faithful enough. Maybe you're not fasting with the intentions of doing it for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you got to really examine yourself. I went through a scenario like that not too long ago where, I had to realize that, me, myself, was going through all types of trials and tribulations. And, I know chastisement comes upon us all the time, But like I said, I had to examine myself, and I realized, like, what, it's probably me. It's probably me doing something that I'm, not supposed to be doing, or not examining it enough. Because we're supposed to be striving, to perfection. All right. So just tell you, be as perfect as your Father is in heaven. So we're gonna try to be to perfection at the end of the day. Shalom, Malak, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, God, what we want. All right. But like I said, you have to really examine yourself to make sure that you're doing everything accordingly. All right? Because again, if you are doing what's righteous, constantly calling upon the name of the Lord, demons, they'll come around, but they're gonna flee right away because you're protected by that hedge, all right? So it was something that I was thinking about. I figure I'd do a video on the opposite of what everybody else was speaking about. And like I said, that's something that we really have to do, being in this truth, examine ourselves daily, man. All right, because we want to find ourselves, worthy to be called that faithful and good servant. You don't want Yahweh to come back and he calls you that slothful and evil servant. Okay, all because you didn't want to do the work. Okay, you didn't want to examine yourself, and you kept doing what you were doing, and eventually you become a reprobate mind, which is the worst thing you can ever possibly go through, right? Once the Lord looks at you as a reprobate mind, there's no need for you. There's no use of you, you know. And that's when you become part of those that are the multitude that just perish in vain, you know. But let me grab a couple precepts. As a matter of fact, um, 1 second. Open up my other phone. This is 1 second. This is Second Corinthians 13:5. All right, which we bring this out all the time. It says, examine yourselves whether you be in your faith. See, so that's the point, right? You have to examine yourselves to make sure that you're going to really be faithful to Yahawah. Because a lot of people will talk, all right, talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. You got a lot of people that are saying by word of mouth, showing love, like it tells you in Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, right? That they speak, they show love with their mouth, but their heart, all right, their mind goes after their own covetousness, man. Goes after the lust of their things. So they'll hear the word for a second, but eventually they end up going off because as fast as they hear the word is as fast as Satan comes and snatches them away from the word. All right. So again, you have to examine yourself, right? Whether you be in that actual faith, right? It says, prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves. Nobody better than you. Only you yourself know exactly what you're about. All right, just like Yahweh knows your deepest thoughts, your true intentions behind everything, or your true intentions behind everything too. All right, because in order for you to plot something or continue to go on with something, you have to be knowing. See? So you got to examine yourselves. And it says, so you have to know not your own selves. It says, it says how that Mashiach Yahweh is in you. Because if you're not doing according to scripture, then the Lord is really not dealing with you. The Lord is not really dealing with you. All right? That means you didn't fully examine yourself. Right? This is Ecclesiasticus 37:27. Give me 1 second. Salakia, give me 1 second. I put my phone down for a second. This is Ecclesiasticus 37. And hold on, give me 1 second. Ecclesiasticus 37:27. Hold on. My app is acting up. This is Ecclesiasticus 37. and 27. It says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither has every soul pleasure in everything." Okay? But the point is, my son, prove thy soul in thy life. So you have to prove to the Lord on a daily basis. That's part of examining yourself, you know, constantly praying unto the Lord and asking the Lord to guide you in the right direction and to let you know that, you know, through the spirit that, you know, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, what is required of you. You know, because the Lord works, the Lord, you know, the spirit will let you know that, you know, he's satisfied with you. He loves what you're doing. To keep doing it. You know, he might put the spirit on a brother to tell you something, you know. But you also gotta be careful with that too, because the Lord will do that and put a spirit on brothers to tell you things like that just to see if you're gonna puff yourself up with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna puff yourself and exalt yourself, period. Right? Because the glory goes to YAHAWAH'S at all times, man. Everything comes of the Lord. All right. So again, you have to prove thy soul in thy life and see what is evil for it and give not onto it. Yeah, so you have to find out the things that are evil that make your mind go off, that make, you know, you do things that you know the Lord is going to be displeased with. All right, and you give yourself up not onto that evil thing. It tells you to and he will flee. He flees for a little season. Demons come and go. When you're doing the righteous thing, all right, it's a matter of time before demons come to destroy your righteousness and try to destroy your peace and try to make you go off. All right. But because you have the name and you're rooted and grounded in truth, none of that's going to bother you. It's just going to be for a quick moment. And then you're going to go back to, you know, you being at peace and being under the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. So again, if you do what you're supposed to be doing, all right, no evil shall come upon you. You do no evil and no harm shall come upon you. So this is why this is why you have to examine yourself. Because if you know constantly getting demons after the fact that you prayed and fasted, using sage and prayers and all that, and they still around, is because trust and believe, man, there's something that you doing that's going off that's keeping the demon around. It's keeping that portal open onto the demon, basically, and allowing them to, you know, continue to mess with you. Okay. Let me go to another precept. This is 1 second. Give me 1 second. Select. This is Psalms. This is Psalms 139, 23. Psalms 129. One select. This is trying to find this precept. one second, Salak. 139 and 23 says, "Search me, O Yahawah, and see if there be any wicked in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." All right. So, we got to constantly pray this onto Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh, try to search our heart, all right, to lead you in the way of righteousness, from temptation. Scriptures tell you that, wherefore, watch and pray, all right, pray always. Why? Because the flesh is weak, and temptation is at an all-time high. Shalom, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh, Shabbat. Okay, let's go to this Ecclesiastes. One second. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 20. Okay, it says, before judgment, examine, thou shalt find mercy. So again, going back to examining yourself on the day, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, may you endure to the end. All right, but you still gonna have to examine thyself for the day of judgment. So when the time comes, you are worthy to receive mercy from Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, let's go to this is This is Psalms 91 and 10. It says, "There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling." Okay? So the Lord is telling you that no plague is going to come upon you. For you to be cursed by demons constantly coming upon you, that's almost like a plague right there. That's a straight plague of the Lord, right? Bringing it about you. And we have to remember that, sometimes we do suffer for things that are way out of our control. It might be something that you did in your past life that you have to still pay for, something in this life, right? But by examining yourself, you're able to put pieces together and be like, all right, well, this is why the Lord is not dealing with me right now. This is why the Lord putting these demons on me, man, trying to show me and teach me something. Because at the end of the day, everything that the Lord does to us is it's all a lesson, right? A lesson to prepare you for what's to come. This whole time the Lord has been preparing our minds mentally for what's to come. It's going to be a mental battle. This ain't going to be nothing spiritual. Nothing physical. It's all going to be a spiritual battle, man. Right? And this is why the Lord has given us the knowledge and wisdom, because our heads is the only thing we're going to be using in that day, our minds. And if our mind is not Yahweh Shai, it's no hope for it. Okay? Let's grab like much read. I examine going through like that doesn't approve of. All right, this is Proverbs 24. and 12. Proverbs 24. So like I continue with the lesson. So like I said, this is Proverbs 24 and Salakia, they cut me off, but I'm about to wrap it up anyway. While I'm holding on and listening still. Proverbs 24 and 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, the strength is small. Okay. If you forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and he that pondereth the heart, consider it, and he that keepeth thy soul does not keep it, he shall not and shall you see. And this is why that knowledge and wisdom is so important, because that's what's going to restore your soul, man. Having that knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, because to have that knowledge and to have Yahweh in you, you know, truly have him in you. All right. So let me grab another scripture, and I ended off on that note. All right. Matter of fact, Salakia. Salakia, they kicked me out again. All right. But going back, it says Exodus 58:9, it says, then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, putting forth of the finger and speaking vanity, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul,
Then shall light, Salaki, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness as the noonday, and the Lord shall guide thee continually and satisfy the soul in drought and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be a watered garden, and like a spring of water whose waters fail not. You see? Why? Because you're constantly saying the word of the Lord. All right. That's why the Lord told us that this word should not depart from thy mouth. Word should not depart from thy mouth day or night. You know, Joshua 1:8. Because that's how you make yourself. That's how you make yourself. Damn, I just forgot my thoughts. Salakia. Um. Yeah, Salakia. I just lost. That you have to let the Lord guide you continually. All right, and He's gonna of living water. Continually. Day and okay. So for you to be getting demons over and over and over again, you have to examine yourself real closely because there might be something. Shalaka, they got one more time. I'll be good though from now because I just walked into the building, so I got Wi-Fi in there. But I'm about to end it anyway. So back to what I was saying, you have to water your garden, man. These rivers of milk. They got me one more time. All right, but let me read this last precept and I end it off with that. So, like I was saying, this is Ecclesiasticus 30 and 22. The gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. Love thy own soul. All right. So if you love your own soul, you're gonna examine yourself daily, man, and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow from far from thee, for sorrow has killed many, and there is no profit therein. Envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. You see, a cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet. All right, because that could be twofold, just you and your health, period. But at the same time, all right, is really speaking about this word, man. All right, this meat is that word. All right, this diet is that truth that's going to keep you healthy. That's going to lead you to the way that you need to go. Okay. But point was that you have to love thine own soul, and if you love it, you're gonna comfort your mind with ease. All right, and you're gonna constantly be prayed up and make sure that all wickedness is away from you. Okay. So again, anytime we're going through demons and we're constantly going through it, and we keep trying harder and harder to get them away, and they're not going away, examine yourself real closely because you never know what you're doing that might be displeasing the Lord, man. Okay. Again, it could be something just you as simple as you trying to pray to the Lord, but you're praying wavering, you know? You're praying without true faith, not believing that you're going to receive what you're asking for. Okay. But just wanted to share that, you know what I'm saying? So through the Spirit, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Paul Haloyam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. Akim and Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah.